Today I'm in the Woodyard, my trailer's empty and I'm going to fill it. We've got deliveries to do. Here we go. Big news here in the Woodyard. Fall is here. It cooled off. It's actually chilly out. It's kind of misting. It's supposed to be a wet, rainy day. And I've got a couple deliveries I got to do. In the last week, I've had probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 8-9 people that have contacted me that are regular customers. And they say, hey, I want some wood when you can bring it. And some of them said next week's fine, some said the week after, but they just want to get on the list. And that's good that they are, because the wood's gonna start moving fast now, because as soon as it cools off, as soon as you get, you know, those days where you need a sweatshirt on, like today I could have a sweatshirt, it's kind of chilly out, it's maybe 55 degrees or so and overcast, kind of misting. And it's supposed to stay cool like this pretty much for the next couple of weeks from what I saw. So cool weather is good for selling firewood. So as soon as you get those first couple days it's chilling, you get a frosty night, the phone rings or the texts come in. That happens all the time. So this first customer I'm going to deliver to is a longtime customer. He always gets 2-face cords every year, or 2/3 of a cord, and he usually gets oak. But this year I'm trying to be kind of stingy on my oak, and the reason I'm doing that is I don't have a lot of oak. I have about half of the amount of oak I normally do have. So in our text back and forth, I said, hey, I know normally you get oak, but I'm kind of low this year. Is that all right if I do half of oak and half of ash? Because I got a lot of ash. He says, no problem, sounds good. And then when they messaged, I told him specifically, I said, I'm running a little low, and my oldest, best wood I have is some oak and ash combination, which it is. So that's what he's going to get. He was perfectly fine with it. So that's what's going to go in. So I just hooked up the trailer to the truck. It's already hooked up. I'm going to drive over to where I've got a pile of oak over there. I'm going to throw that in. I got a face cord all pre-stacked. And then I'm going to drive back over to the leaning tower of wood right back there. It's still standing. It's been like a month and a half since I talked about it. It's still standing, but that wood has been there quite a while. I'm gonna take off from the top of that before it goes down. So figured I might as well attack that one first. And I got some other good news. Look at that, I've got gravel. A load came yesterday while I was gone, and he told me he was gonna be coming. I just put a marker down here so he could just dump it. So I got a whole nother load of gravel, and I'll be able to spread it right in here and kind of get this area ready to go. So then the processor, which is over there, can come over here. So that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to do any work on the gravel today. It's probably not going to happen until next week, but it's here at least. He had time to bring it, and I said, sure, just bring it and dump it. When I get to it, I get to it. But I don't want to leave it sit here a long time. I want to get it down so I can get it compacted and it can start raining on it, because rain is really good, because it's a really good mix. It's got a lot of fines in it, so when it rains, it packs really nice and tight. So it makes a really nice hard packed surface, which is what I want. So we're going to go load some wood right now. Pretty good backing up, huh? Another beautiful backing job. There it is, in the trailer, and that worked out quite well. I never had to restack it, it never fell. I got the bad stuff taken off. This here right might fall down a little bit, but I think it's pretty good from there back. It's not leaning or anything. So when I was doing this, I could see this piece right here, this pallet, that's the brace piece up here. I could see it kind of starting to actually the pressure was being taken off, because I had this braced in here. Now this is just sitting here, but it was actually bumping against it. It was digging in right here so that it wasn't sliding. And then this one was holding most of it, and I saw this just got loose. Because this is, if you look right here, I can kick this one out. If you look right there, see that dent right there? You guys can see that? And there's a dent right there on the pallet. This fit right here, and it was tight right there. That loosened right up. And so now, I'm just going to leave it there in case it tips again. But this I dug into the ground, but the one that's holding almost everything is this one down here that's in the middle. This 2x4 here, and I kicked that one in, and this one is real solid yet. So this one is holding everything, I think, because there's still some pressure on it, because these nails are doing nothing. I mean, they're loose. There might be a little bit of one catch in there, but this side brace piece is doing nothing. So that piece I kicked in on the end is holding the whole thing pretty much. So that's good news. No collapse of the tower. So that's loaded, and while I was loading it, I got a text from a guy that said I could deliver wood today or tomorrow, and he only wants 1 face cord of oak. So I'm going to disconnect the trailer because this load, the guy's not going to be home yet for about another hour. So I'm going to quick load up a load of oak into the truck. I'm going to back to where we were just now, back over there. I'm going to load that in, we're going to go deliver that. I'm going to come back and hook this one up and go. And I do that a lot on delivery days where I'm kind of juggling back and forth, which is why it would be really nice to have 2 trailers. One like this and maybe one smaller one like I used to have, where I could have them preloaded and just grab one and go, come back, refill, and do it that way. So it would be kind of nice. So I may get another trailer someday. So if anybody wants me to have another trailer, send it on over. We're going to disconnect this puppy right now. Another thing of beauty. That's where it was, and it is now in the truck. There it is. It is a face cord. It was a measured row, so I know exactly that's what it was. So for those of you that want to know, I have a 6.5 foot long box. It's about 2 feet deep. If you throw it in loose, it's pretty much level. That's what a face cord or a third of a cord will do. Now, if I was to stack it, there would be 3 rows plus a part of a row. And if I wanted a half of a full cord, which is a face cord and a half, it would be stacked level. And if you want 2 face cords or 2/3 of a cord, you got to kind of put an arch on it, and it's got to be stacked in order to fit it. Now, if you got an 8 foot box, if you cram it in, you can pretty much get almost a full cord in there, but then your truck probably can't handle it because even dry oak is going to weigh 4,000 pounds, which is too much. This is about as much as you want to haul on a 1/2 ton. If you got 3/4 ton, you can load it up. So all this right here is gone. This was the oldest wood that I have, and that's why I wanted to get at it and get that stuff sold first. Then this pile is the next oldest, and then this pile is the next oldest, and this goes all the way through there, and then this pile is the next oldest. So all this is pretty much the same age from a truckload that I got. I had one boo-boo. First time it's happened in a long time. I threw a piece, because you know the truck's way over here, and I was throwing it from back over there. So that's, I don't know, 20 feet, something like that. A piece hooked on my glove. There was a little hook, and it hit right here instead of there. And when it bounced, it hit right here and made myself a little dent. I don't know if you can see that on the side. I got a little dent right there now. It just makes the truck look better. Got some character to it. So we're gonna go deliver this load right now. Done. I am back in the woodyard. The trailer has been disconnected and it is starting to rain. We're supposed to get rain tonight and it's supposed to go all the way through tomorrow's part of the day. And I would really like it for it to quit raining because I would love to be a small child and play with my Tonka trucks and get my tractor out and move some dirt around. That would be a lot of fun. And if I don't do that, I've also got tree service wood to do. So definitely gonna do something like that tomorrow. Even if it's raining, I'm working. that's it for today. I got other work I gotta go do now in the studio. So tomorrow I'll be back 5:30 a.m. with another video just for you. You're gonna be here because you know you like being here. Between now and then, go to my channel. There's over 800 videos for you to watch right now. Good night, Irene.